to clear a path!
Go! I'll cover you.
No, you were right. The Grey Wardens caused this. A Warden must...
A Warden must help them rebuild. That's your job. Corypheus is mine.
Stroud. Inquisitor, it has been an honor. For the Warden!
She was right. Without the Nightmare to control them, the mages are free. And Corypheus loses his demon army. Though as far as they're all concerned, the Inquisitor broke the spell with the blessing of the Maker.
They came out of this alive. As far as I'm concerned, they can tell whatever stories they like.
I suppose you're right.
Inquisitor, the Archdemon flew off as soon as you disappeared. The Venatori Magister is unconscious but alive. Cullen thought you might wish to deal with him yourself. As for the Wardens, those who weren't corrupted helped us fight the demons. We stand ready to help make up for Clarel's tragic mistake. Where is Stroud?
Warden Stroud died, striking a blow against the servant of the Blight. We will honor his sacrifice, and remember how he exemplified the ideals of the Grey Wardens, even as Corypheus and his servants tried to destroy you all from within.
Inquisitor, we have no one left of any significant rank. What do we do now?
You stay and do whatever you can to help. Stroud died for the ideals of the Wardens. In war, victory. And we are still at war. Do you believe the Wardens can still help?
I do, your worship.
You're still vulnerable to Corypheus, and possibly his Venatori. But there are plenty of demons that need killing.
Are you flinging these fools at demons now, my dear? Couldn't you just use rocks?
While they do that, I'll inform the Wardens at Weishaupt what's happened. Best they not get caught off guard.
Thank you, your worship. We will not fail you.
Good luck, Inquisitor. It's been an honor. And take care of Varric for me.
Hawk sent me one final report. He's on his way to Weishaupt. As for the Grey Wardens, they are fighting demons and Red Templars while staying clear of Venatori. Hugh dealt Corypheus a significant blow, Inquisitor.
We owe much of that to Stroud, and to the Divine.
Yes. You took an army from Corypheus, but that will matter little if Orlais falls into chaos. All arrangements have been made for the ball in Halam Shiral. Let us know when you are ready to proceed.
Remind me what we know about the plot against Selene.
The Venatori are planning some kind of attack on the Imperial Court. Corypheus may even be fueling the conflict between the Empress and her cousin, Grand Duke Gaspard. If we warn Selene, she may prove a most valuable ally against Corypheus.
Where can I find the Empress?
She's holding a grand masquerade ball at her winter palace in Halam Shiral. Your invitation has been arranged. That is where the Venatori will strike. Speak with us when you are ready. What was she like? Divine Justinia, or her soul, or the spirit that took her form. I read your report. I know it isn't clear, but...
She seemed calm, serene even, and she guided us the whole way through.
That does sound like her.
She did ask me to tell you something, though. She said, "I'm sorry. I failed you too."
Oh. I should finish this before it slips my mind. Perhaps later we might discuss the matter further. Thank you.
A request has been made of you, Inquisitor. Here it is.
What is your evaluation of...
I am able to pursue my duties with optimal efficiency, thanks to Skyhold's present state.
As you were?
Yes, Inquisitor.
I'm told you. Would I have... I hope the Order values what you've done, and gives you no reason to... Some struggle with the idea we are once again subject to control. but we are enduring.
I'll leave you to it. Anything? What?
He's dead. The Blight caught up with him.
Are you all right?
He was ill, and thus on borrowed time.
It doesn't mean you can't regret his death.
Felix used to sneak me treats from the kitchens when I was working late in his father's study. Don't get into trouble on my behalf, I tell him. I like trouble, he'd say. Tevinter could use more mages like him. Those who put the good of others above themselves.
He should be an example for others to follow, or his
Should I spread the word?
There are worse things.
Probably true. And you're... Thankfully, Felix was...
You have remarkably little here on early to... all the... But if you want 20 volumes on whether Divine Galatea took a shit on Sunday, this is evidently the place to find it.
If I knew what you...
You? I apologize. Did I see something by Genitivi?
What is this about, Dorian?
When everyone returned, they told us about your tumble into the Abyssal Rift.
Are you... all right?
I learned a surprising amount. What happened at the
Regained your memories.
I think so.
You do. Corypheus and his contemporaries entered the Fade and began the Blights. In comparison.
So I should be happy.
Concerned, more like. If you can walk in the Fade, others will try to follow. Not all of them will be as lucky as you. What they could My advice? Keep this quiet. Let them speculate. Too many will see this as a challenge.
That's a good idea.
It's exactly the sort of thing I want to stop back up. What I do need is a copy of the Liberalum. I'll wager I can find if I can prove he was a grasping ankle-biter with no family to speak of, wish me luck.
Did you need something, darling?
Creator, see me kneel, for I walk only where you would bid me. Stand only in places you have blessed. Sing only the words you place in my throat.
There is a problem that needs your attention, Inquisitor.
Magic exists to serve man and never to rule over him. Foul and corrupt are they who have taken
Inquisitor, the soldiers say you banished the... I understand. She said that you spoke with... I suspect many of the faithful would like to know what Justinia told you.
She helped me remember what happened at the Conclave. The Maker didn't give me the mark on my head, and Andraste didn't send me. The figure everyone saw.
So, it is as you have always maintained. You must feel quite vindicated.
I don't have time to dwell on it. We have a war.
Then I will save my own ruminations upon faith. It is wise that... Now, is there anything I can help you with?
Can you tell me?
I know nothing, no matter. Then you are the lords of the earth. Go forth to claim the empty throne of heaven and be gods.
That was...
Yes. All their power and all their vanity they turned against the veil, until at last it gave way. Beneath... But when... shaking the very foundations of heaven and earth.
Carif...
The jump... And so it... Marvel at perfection, for it is fleeting. You have brought sin to heaven, and doom upon all the world.
Could I ask you about something else?
If you wish.
Farewell.
Farewell.
Your worship, I suppose. Elan's good. My best.
when there was no sky.
The lights in the shadow. In their blood, the
You
Maker's
learn
will
fast,
is written.
but then you need to.
The veil holds no uncertainty for her, and she will know no fear of death. Maker shall be her light, and her shield, revelation.
My Lord Inquisitor, it's good of you to speak with me. I have news regarding one of your companions, the Tevinter.
Nothing good,
If you have reservations about his presence here, I share them. But this is I have been in contact with his family. House Pavas, out of Carenas. Are you familiar with them?
Familiar? We've never met, if that's what you're...
I'm suggesting nothing. I'm only... The family sent a letter describing the estrangement from that... They've asked to arrange a meeting, quietly without telling him. They fear it's the only way he'll come. Since you seem to be on good terms with the young man, I'd hoped...
Just what kind of meeting do they have in mind?
I believe they just want to talk, to understand. Somewhere private, away from Skyhold, but not in... You make them nervous, I think. They don't understand why he's here with the Inquisition. They want him to come home.
What happens?
Hopefully that will be the end of it. If not, well, that's why you should be there.
Why would his family contact you?
These are parents concerned about the welfare of their son. I would speak to the young man myself, but he does not care for me. Thus I come to you. If any good can come of this, we must try.
They don't want Dorian to know? That seems odd.
They believe the young man would refuse, and the letter implies he'd have cause. Yet, they are remorseful for whatever came before. This is a chance for dialogue. There is deceit in bringing the young man to this meeting without his foreknowledge, I know. But does it not lead to a greater kindness if there is potential for reconciliation?
Are you sure this isn't some kind of trap? I mean, the secrecy.
Another reason to put this in your hands. I pray that isn't the case. But if it is, you are far better equipped than I to respond to such treachery.
I'll see what I can do.
Bless you. The family will send a retainer to meet the young man at the Red Cliff Tavern, to take him onward. If it truly... I shall pray for your success, and the young man's happiness.
Inquisitor.
What do you know about the Fade?
A great deal, from my wanderings. There are few hard facts, but I can share what I have learned.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
What's on your mind?
Dorian, there's a letter you need to see.
A letter? Is it a naughty letter? A humorous proposal from some...
Not quite. It's from your father.
From my father. I see. And what does Magister Hallward want?
A meeting.
Show me this letter. I know my son? What my father knows of me would barely fill a thimble. This is so typical. I'm willing to bet this retainer is a henchman, hired to knock me on the head and drag me back to Tevinter.
You think your father would actually do that?
No, although I wouldn't put it past.
Let's go. Let's meet this so-called family retainer. If it's a trap, we escape and kill everyone. You're good at that. If it's not, I send the man back to my father with a message that he can stick his alarm in his wit's end.
There seems to be bad blood between you and your family.
Interesting turn of phrase. But you're correct. They don't care for my choices, nor I for theirs.
Because you wouldn't get married? Because you left?
That too.
Let's go meet this retainer, then.
I wonder how much my father paid this man to wait around just in case I showed.
We'll find out soon enough.
Stone mad, Inquisitor.
Another time.
Best of the vein, Inquisitor.
I knew Stroud, you know, not well. He led the Wardens near Kirk. Not many people knew who he was, but the man was a hero when it mattered. He wasn't the first good man to fall to Corypheus. He won't be the last. This story's no good for heroes.
We're taking down Corypheus before he takes any more lives.
You know, sometimes when you say shit like that, I almost start to believe it. Oh, Hawk asked me to tell everyone back in Kirkwall where he's going. I'll have to let Carver know. I'm sure he'll take it well. I'd better write some letters. Excuse me.
Adamant's influence continues, your worship. I submit Lord Livius Erimond of Virantium, who remains loyal to Corypheus. We found him alive, offering extreme resistance, likely because the Order will ask for his head. In more colorful terms. To say nothing of justice you might personally require for what was suffered in the Fade.
Many places felt the pain of adamant. You will answer for a great deal.
I recognize none of this proceeding. You have no authority to judge me.
On the contrary, many officials have communicated that they will defer to the Inquisitor on this matter.
Because they fear. Not just Corypheus, but Tevinter, rightful ruler of every piece of ground you trod in your pathetic life. I serve a living god. Bring down your blades and free me from the physical. Glory awaits me.
Lord Erimond, any protection you thought you had has apparently been withdrawn. You will die by my hand.
Petty actions. Truth lies in the next world.
Another of the lingering pains of Adamant, your worship. Seruth is a senior warden of the Order. She was one of the many who slit the throat of another to bind a demon. She does not contest this. In fact, she surrendered to us. She requests no mercy. She wants the public justice of the Headman's axe.
You were free to rejoin your comrades, and yet you present yourself here.
There is no excuse for my actions. I murdered another of the Order. That blood marks me more than the Blight ever could.
Accepting their actions while thralls of Corypheus, many treaties allow wardens any extreme if it opposes the Blight.
I can't do it. I can't use the greater good to justify my crimes, as if it would create a future I could be a part of. It is wrong that this broke me. I've done worse with full sanction. I can do nothing except be an example of the cost.
We doubt when we're safe, when Blight is not at our throat. I can't judge a warden, Seruth. No one has that right.
You have more faith in the Order than we ourselves have.
I have to know what it was like. The colors, I'm sorry, it's just so exciting. You went into the Fade. If you have time, Inquisitor, do tell.
You seemed
Excited? It's probably... I can't even understand what dream... Can I take a sample?
a sample?
That didn't sound better, did it?
You're after something. What is it?
I don't even know. There's this feeling, you know? You don't know. Your people cleaned you up after your fall. I wonder if anything is left. Ready for anything, Inquisitor?
Dagna, show me what you can do.
Here's how it goes. Bring me the rare stuff for enchanting or masterworks and prep it here, just... Except it's not normal.
What can I get you?
Don't forget, Leliana had something she wished to speak about, Inquisitor. A pleasure.
How do you stay so...
Bonds of circumstance. And I do deplore rudeness in those who know better.
Does it even...
Well, the game can be... But honestly, I'd miss meeting people. I've made the most fascinating friends.
Better than making
But worth it, all in all, I think.
What do the people...
There's scarcely a noble house that hasn't openly pledged its support to us.
Let's speak later.
Another time.
Oh.